Good evening and thank you for joining us tonight for KREM News 10 at 10, where we give you more news in less time. I'm Cody Proctor. We start off tonight with a story that we have been following since it broke this afternoon. 3 people sit behind bars tonight after a pursuit with law enforcement ended on Sunset Boulevard this afternoon. However, this all began much further north. It all began Friday afternoon in the area of North Middleton Drive and East Eaton Avenue. This is just east of Whitworth University in North Spokane. According to the Spokane County Sheriff's Office, deputies responded to an argument between a woman and a man. The two reportedly struggled and a gun went off, but neither person was hit. Neighbors in the area told KREM 2 they heard the gunshot. The woman then reportedly took the car, injuring the man as he tried to get his car back. He was taken to an area hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. Deputies put out a description of the suspect, who managed to pick up 2 other people. Officers with Spokane police then spotted the car in Brown's Addition. Authorities caught up to the vehicle and managed to stop it in the area of Sunset Boulevard and Russell Street in West Spokane. Law enforcement arrested the suspect. She now faces charges of first-degree assault, first-degree robbery, and eluding. The other 2 suspects were arrested on unrelated warrants. Meanwhile, as we turn to our other top stories tonight, it's been a busy night for law enforcement after at least 1 person died after a crash on Argonne Road tonight. The Spokane County Sheriff's Office says that crash happened around 6 o'clock tonight between Bigelow Gulch Road and Bruce Road. Not much else is known as of this hour, but deputies say at least 1 other person was hurt. Deputies still investigating the cause tonight. New tonight, Spokane police identified the man they believe robbed a credit union in downtown Spokane yesterday. So take a close look at your screen right here. This is 43-year-old Jesse Criswell. He's suspected of robbing a credit union on East 3rd Avenue yesterday afternoon. He could face first-degree robbery charges. Police say Criswell is described as being 5'7", roughly 150 pounds, with blue eyes and brown hair. If you have any information, you're asked to call 911 or call Crime Check. Caregivers at Sacred Heart Medical Center voted to strike after failed negotiations. About 500 workers voted to give notice of a possible strike from April 22nd through the 30th. They say they're striking for better pay and contracts, which include pay increases for caregivers within the first 3 months of their contracts. Providence says they'll remain open and all services will stay available at the hospital. Property taxes could end up going up for Spokane homeowners. It's all part of the city's plan to dig out of a $50 million budget deficit in the general fund. If the levy makes it onto the August ballot and passes, property taxes would go up about $30 a month for the median house. That would give the city almost $200 million over the next 5 years. It's something the city says is absolutely necessary.
If the levy doesn't pass, there will be significant negative impacts on our current ability to serve the people of Spokane and to keep them safe.
Mayor Brown says it's not just about wants. The city needs this levy to pass. If it passes, 2/3 of the money would go to saving jobs and getting the city out of its hole, balancing the budget. Well, let's switch gears right now and take a quick look at what's setting up to be a beautiful weekend across the inland Northwest. Meteorologist Michelle Bosch joining us in the Weather Center tonight with more on your forecast.
Yeah, we had some showers move through this evening. Didn't make it farther north than the Palouse and the Silver Valley, so Spokane and Coeur d'Alene stayed dry, and these showers will continue diminishing overnight as the main upper low pressure system that is supporting it moves into Southern California. So things are going to be quieting down, but we had about 1/10 of an inch of rainfall in Lewiston, a couple of hundredths in the Pullman-Moscow area, and a few more moderate downpours across the central Panhandle Mountains. But that's about it. 56 right now in Spokane, still pretty mild. 54 in Coeur d'Alene, is in the upper 40s in Deer Park, the upper 50s in Moses Lake and Lewiston. We are heading into a mild and sunny weekend. We'll keep a few of the clouds around overnight. Lows are going to be down in the 40s, and then we are going to be warming up nicely. Should be near 70 on Saturday with mostly sunny skies, into the 70s on Sunday and turning windy Sunday evening.
Michelle, thanks so much. Let's take a look at news overseas right now. Israel's on high alert tonight for what could be an imminent attack by Iran. This follows the April 1st strike that killed 7 Iranian military officers at its embassy in Damascus, Syria. A spokesperson for the IDF says Israel's also prepared to go on the offensive if attacked. and strike with a variety of capabilities. All this as the U.S. issues a travel warning to American diplomats, telling them not to leave Tel Aviv and Jerusalem.
If there's a significant mass casualty event inside Israel, then I think the possibility of escalation is very, very high.
U.S. officials say the size of the planned attack aimed at military targets in Israel has grown in recent days. It could include more than 100 drones, 150 cruise missiles, and even ballistic missiles used for long-range strikes. Let's go now to Night Beat for a quick look at the day's top stories. Idaho Governor Brad Little signed a bill prohibiting any government entity from forcing public employees to use someone's preferred personal titles or pronouns that don't correspond with the person's biological sex. The statement of purpose from the bill's sponsors says Idahoans have a First Amendment right to refer to someone by their biological sex, even if it's considered harassment. The law goes into effect on July 1st of this year. Senators Mike Crapo and Jim Risch are co-sponsoring legislation that would help states battle aquatic invasive species. Lawmakers introduced a bill ensuring states can collect fees during boating registration process. Lawmakers say these fees help fund programs to address aquatic invasive species and boating safety, along with search and rescue. Now, this comes after the state of Idaho treated a 6-mile stretch of the Snake River in Twin Falls to kill off invasive quagga mussels. And Governor Little joined a coalition of 21 governors to speak out against a new EPA rule to restrict particulate matter in the air. In the Pacific Northwest, fine particulate matter most commonly originates from wildfire smoke. In a letter to the agency, they say the one-size-fits-all policy doesn't take into account the specific challenges of western states, which have longer wildfire seasons. They say the rule unfairly burdens rural communities and are asking the EPA to pause the rule to reevaluate a better approach to keep air clean that's fair to all the states. And that was your Night Beat. To learn more about any of these stories, just head to our website, KREM.com. Well, it might be Friday, but we're taking a look ahead to Monday to give you a heads up on several construction projects happening around the Spokane area that could impact your commute. First off, WashDOT crews will close East Euclid Avenue between North Market and North Rouse Streets starting this Monday. You can take North Market Street to East Wellesley Avenue and North Freya Street. Crews are expected to work through May. In Spokane Valley now, construction on Pines Road and Mission Avenue intersection starts on Monday. According to city officials, that project's meant to increase safety, reduce congestion, and improve overall traffic flow. Crews will be working on the intersection on most nights between 8 in the evening to 6 in the morning. Officials say drivers should expect lane restrictions, reduced speeds, and traffic delays. The intersection will remain open through construction. And finally, if you walk or ride the Centennial Trail, a good chunk of it is about to close. Starting on Monday, a 14-mile section of the trail will be closed for repaving. That area stretches from the Idaho-Washington border to the Donkey Islands trailhead in Millwood. The project will be wrapped up in early September. Well, after much anticipation, Flight 509 opened up today in Spokane Valley. The family-friendly business features a 2-story laser tag arena, ropes course, arcade, bumper cars, and mini bowling. A general manager told KREM 2 News they made the business a safe space for all.
We push inclusivity very hard. We have a universal changing table, we have sensory hours, and we have different programs that we set up so that we can make this as accommodating as possible for everybody.
Flight 509 will offer memberships that include 2-hour unlimited passes, discounts on food, and parties. Today was a soft opening. Flight 509 will hold a grand opening starting next Friday. And that was your KREM 2 News 10 at 10, where you get more news in less time.